There we go. Oh, you got to unmute, Bob. You got to unmute.
Okay, you just have to be smarter than the Zoom. That's all there is to it. Isn't that right, Andre? I am so stinking excited. We've got Andre Park on tonight. As Anthony says, go ahead. What was it? The myth, the legend?
The myth, the legend, the one and only Andre Park. He's in the building, y'all. So what an honor and pleasure this Tuesday night. What an honor and pleasure. So happy to have you tonight, Andre. Welcome to our living room. That's all this is a living room. Every Tuesday night, we find amazing people in this industry, whether they're a couple of weeks in or they veterans like Mr. Andre here. But tonight, we got them. We got him for a little time tonight. We get to ask him some questions and let y'all get to just hear about him and how he's had an amazing journey. Even though I know he probably would say it ain't been all just one straight uphill, downhill, however you want to look at it, but it's awesome. I know Ma has, oh, look at Ma. She always on it with these PowerPoints, look at Andre. See, looking great.
I
So,
mean,
Mom,
look at these words of wisdom, Anthony. Make your dreams happen. You don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. Grind while they sleep, train while they party, and live like they dream. Now those are words to live by. Not only that, the man knows how to work, the man knows how to train, the man knows how to build, but he also knows how to play. I mean, here, look at this. Is this Jamaica, Andre?
That one there, I think no, that's the U.S. Virgin Islands.
Well, you know what?
that's a good problem to have when you gotta kind of let me see which fun trip that was.
Now, for those of you who don't know, we're doing a series on the superstars of our in-laws, our cousins, are now our family, the Noni. We've always talked, Andre, Limu's kind of like the kids on the block. We're the littlest, and then New Sarity, they're the most refined. And we have Nutrify, and they're rock solid. But the Noni, Morinda, those are kind of the elders. And you are our elders. I mean,
no, I am not.
But just because I'm 20 years older than you, I mean, really, come on. But you have been in this business, you told me, since you were 18 years old, right?
Yeah, 18 years old.
So you know this business. Not only that, you have the residual boss maker training. You have the I-team training. I mean, you are the trainer of trainers. And so,
I got to send you a check real soon, because I owe you more than what you're putting out there.
Oh, no. We are just honored to have you here, because I know we're going to learn something tonight. So, it's kind of interesting. I'm kind of excited. I want to hear the story. So for those of you who don't know, Andre is the trainer of trainers. I mean, you name it. He knows what he's talking about. He knows the industry, but been in since you were 18, and that was, I don't know how many years ago. We're not going to tell. But you started with Noni. Didn't you start with Noni 18 years ago?
No, 18, I got introduced to a service-based company when I was 18 called ACN. That was my first introduction to network marketing, and went to a few meetings, but I actually signed up in a company called Prime America when I was 18 and got my license, my life insurance license. And that was the beginning of my network marketing career. And for 7 years, working hard and going to the meetings and talking to my friends and doing in-home meetings and driving around with my uplines, I made 2 phenomenal checks. One was $43 and another one was $119.
Wow, you were
yeah, I was crushing it.
Hey. That's a lot of money. Mine was close to that. I never forget my first check. I was I was thankful for it.
Well, let's be honest. I mean, I do know that comp plan. In that comp plan, I had friends who made it to the top and they lost one person. They were unbalanced and their incomes went from, six figures a month to $43 a month, just because of the way the comp plan was. And we know that in this industry, we have a great company, but not all companies are about the field. Most companies are about themselves.
Yep.
And it's interesting that you told me you had left for a while and just came back in, was it 6 months ago?
Yeah, so I was 26 when I started Noni in 2001. Actually, 20 years to this month, I started with Noni, and I was 26 years old. And I remember the day like it was yesterday. My business partner was in a service-based company where I made that $119, just really crushing it. He said, "Man, we've got this deal, man, and it's gonna be big, Andre. It's gonna be big." And he's going on about it. He's like, "Man, it's awesome, and they got this juice, and we can make all this money." And I'm like, "Okay, juice." So he's like, "Here, taste it." And he pours me this shot, gives it to me. I taste it. I'm 26 now. My face told the story. I was like, "Man, you are crazy. You think we're going to make money off of this? You're going to have to pay people to drink this stuff." And that's what I told him at 26. And then a little bit later, he said, "Well, let me get you on the phone with this guy." And he said, "Man, tell him how much your check was this week." He told me. He got me on the phone with another guy. "Tell him how much your check was this week." He told me. I said, "Hold on. That's how much your check was for this week?" Yeah. Back then, companies didn't pay you weekly. 20 years ago, you got paid once a month. So I was like, "How are they getting paid weekly?"
Well,
And I
and
got
then
started.
not only was it a big check and it was weekly, but from 119 to this huge amount, you must have thought you were in heaven.
Yeah. I mean, by the time I was 28, I earned $1 million from the Miranda comp plan, and I retired from being a mechanic in the tire shop. So life changed real fast.
Wow.
Wow. So you've seen it, you've been here, you know it. And you were with them for how long?
2001 till the end of 2013. So a little bit over 12 years. And that's all I did for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I actually met my wife in the company. And here, you want to hear a funny story?
Yes.
Where we're going to have the convention this year in October, that same place, Salt Palace 2002, at a Noni convention. My wife was there as a leader from another city. We met at that convention, got married, and end up building our family together. And
Wow.
every year they had this retreat. So we both won the trip to the retreat, which was in September. So we was like, "Hey, let's get married in September and use their retreat for our honeymoon." So every year for like 13 years, we had an anniversary trip paid for. And, we were able to go to Rome, Switzerland, Monaco, south of France, Tahiti 2 times, Hawaii 8 times, Bahamas, Jamaica, where else? Japan, all was paid for by the company. So we had a very powerful run, but after 2008, with the economy, with the real estate market, companies started to do things to, stay above board. And we were there for a while. In 2013, we just couldn't take it anymore. And I wanted to do my own company. So I started my educational company, Empowering Entrepreneurs Academy. And that's what we focused on for the last 7 years. And I mainly consulted network marketing leaders and team builders in different companies all throughout the industry. But then the merger announcement took place July of last year. I said, That's interesting, because a couple of the companies I consulted with leaders in Lamu and helped them build team there. I actually helped build a big team in Zenoa with them, built with them for 3 years. So to see those companies all coming together on one platform, it was interesting. So I sat back in the cut and kind of watched it for about 6 months, July, and saw what was happening in October, and then December. I said, okay, let's it's time to strap on the bro gains, like they say in the South, and let's go to work.
So Andre,
why
so you,
would
oh,
go-
oh well, hey, look, I want to know. I think Mama want to know too. What made you hold on? So you left it in where you pretty much retired out of the industry and just started teaching. What made you now say, you know what, it's time for me to get back in the field? And what made you choose New Age? What is it that caught you, that made you come out that teacher position, come from behind the desk and really just get back in the field?
I love the industry, and I believe this industry, if it can take an illiterate mechanic like me, barely being able to graduate high school and make over $1 million by year 28, I'm sold on the industry as a whole. And I believe anyone, no matter your educational level, your background, single mom, single dad, you have health issues, you got money in the bank, you don't have money in the bank. You know, when I signed up in Noni in 2001, I borrowed $200 off my mother's credit card to sign up. So I believe in the industry as a whole. Companies treat people right, some companies don't. What made me get back involved is 3 things. One, ownership. Companies in our industry doesn't offer ownership where you can get a piece of the pie and you can benefit from the company growing overall. You know, you'll build your team and you're excited about your check that you're getting from the team, but then the company goes on stage and say, hey, we did $1 billion this year. But then you look at your check and you're like, so what? The company did $1 billion, but my check was only $28.
$49.
That didn't make a difference to me. So ownership in the company was the first thing. And not only you can go out and buy stocks, but you can earn it. A lot of the folks I know, they don't have money to go and buy stocks. It sounds great, but they have the opportunity to earn stock options whenever they run promotions. So ownership in a company that's going to scale, that is very big. That's your freedom ticket for you and your family. So that was number 1. Number 2 was compensation. I've worked every comp plan in this industry, and I've consulted for every comp plan in this industry. Matrix, binary, Unilever, the hybrids, pyramid scams. I've seen them all. None of them have patents on them. So they all say, oh, we're unique. Oh, we've got this one thing in our plan that nobody else has. Where's the documentation on that? We have a compensation plan that has 3 patents on it. Powerful. It's one of a kind. There's no other multi-line plan in the industry. And quite frankly, I don't think no one right now in New Age understand how powerful that is. It's one of the most powerful components.
Fred has put a challenge out there. He's put his money out there. If any other network marketing company can match our comp plan, he put his money out there and no one has taken that challenge.
It's powerful. That's the second thing. The third thing is technology. One of the reasons when I left Noni 7 years ago was I saw where technology was going. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. I think I opened up, I was one of the first network marketers to put a video on YouTube over 12 years ago. And when I put it on there, I heard from all my team leaders, oh, you're crazy. Leave that internet thing alone. Network marketing is belly to belly, is kneecap to kneecap. All that social media stuff is a waste of time. And I heard that for years, but I've been using social media to build business for the last 7, 8 years, and you cannot beat the warp speed that you can build a business utilizing social media. Right now, we're on Zoom. You all are in the mountains. I'm in Florida. You're sharing this on Facebook, and anybody in the world can see this right now. There's power in that. But no direct sales companies ever taken full advantage of it. Quick Clicks will be the first, and we have it. And we have exclusive rights to it for a very limited time. This is going to be a total game changer in our industry. And these were the 3 reasons I pulled those bro games out of the closet. I dust them off. I said, it's time to go to work. And here is why. So I want you to understand why. It's so we can help more people to become financially independent in our industry. That's why. It's not for Andre. Andre has made money. I've traveled the world. My family has lived a good, nice life. But I've always had this vision of having millions and millions and millions of people becoming financially successful through our industry. And our industry gets the proper recognition in your children's eyes to where your children look at you and say, well, I want to be a marketer just like my mom and dad. Just like how they say, I want to be a doctor or a lawyer or engineer. And for that to happen, the credibility of our industry has to be at an all-time high. And by us being publicly traded on New York Stock Exchange, having this patented compensation plan, and now utilizing technology through Quick Clicks to help you to build a massive business, and you can attract your 18-year-old to build a business with you, your friends, your neighbors, your school friends, and their family and their children. Those are the 3 reasons, and we're going to revolutionize our industry.
Well, you know, I saw a statistic that said, and I'm going to quote from memory, so it's not exact, so it's kind of like a non-quote quote, that this generation, there are more, the population of this generation is equal to the population of all the generations alive today. So your market is that young market. It's our Anthony's.
I did a service. I did a survey about 8 years ago, and this was I kind of made my parting moment. I started surveying people that were in our industry, and I asked them. I said, "Hey, how old were you when you got started? Your first time, your first thing you signed up in, your first deal." And I kept asking that question to all the top leaders. Do you know what the average age was when they first got involved in direct sales and network marketing?
What?
I did this survey, thousands of people, leaders in like about 20 different companies.
I'm interested.
What do you think it is, Anthony?
I would say the average would be around 26, 27. I think a lot of people kind of around that age, most people are looking for something. Like they don't really know what they want to dabble into. They're in their professions, realizing right after college that they want a little bit more. But that would be my average.
Yeah, that was it. Low 20s. Between
That's what
20
we've
and
got.
25.
Way to go, Joan. Joan got it 20 something. Yay.
Yep.
Yeah.
I started my first business at 26.
Yep.
I started at 21. So
21. And if you keep hacking that to other people in the industry, I ran across maybe a handful that said I was 40. Nobody said they were 50 when they got started. But most health and wellness company, your customer base and the people that you think would get involved are generally, 40s or 50s. They got some health conditions going on. I was about 26 when joined a first. So you have to have a platform that is attractive to the 20-something. And I'm just quite blunt. There aren't too many companies in our industry that are attracted to the 20-something. That's why you hear most 20-somethings are involved in some type of scam, digital currency, or trading platform or this, because it's appealing to them that, oh, I can do this and I'm in Bitcoin or I'm in this trading, and that's what they're attracted to. And they get their feelings hurt after about 6 to 12 months because the company is gone. And they're like, oh, my mom was right. That thing was a scam. So we're legit, but we have to attract those 20 somethings. That's the lifeblood to our industry and to New Age becoming a $5-10 billion company.
So how do you overcome that stigma that, I always say there's the false bride before the real bride comes. How do you deal with that stigma? Oh, you must be one of those trading platforms. You must be, one of those things. How do you deal with that?
I used to have some real savvy answers back in the days. I really did. I'm just being, y'all bringing the transparency out of me. Y'all getting real, just blunt.
We kind of do that.
So, hey, I love it. The living room. So we're in the living room. So I used to train on, well, a pyramid scam is this, do you work a job? Yeah. Well, who's the CEO? Who's the managers? Who's this? And you're the employee. What's your chance of getting to become the CEO? Oh, well, you're working the real pyramid scam. I used to have all those deals, right? But here it is. I learned this I grew up in Georgia about 15 years. And, if you know anybody from the South, they got all kind of sayings that are just really cool. So one of my buddies, he was like, look, Andre, you can't kiss a girl that's leaning away from you. You ever tried nailing jello to the wall? And you can't push a rope. So when somebody says that, they're saying to you, hey, this is what I think, leave me alone. So I got to the point in my life where I say, I can't kiss a girl leaning away from me. I can't push a rope and I can't nail jello to the wall. And if that's what you think that this is a pyramid scam, I'm going to leave you alone and keep going on down the road.
That's wisdom.
I love that. I love that. Now, Andre, I do have a question. It's been on my mind because I know I do research. I've heard great things from somebody who's worked with you for years as well. And he talked highly of you. And I just wanted to know, do you take somebody who was a former mechanic and, when they get in the right position? So I always tell people, yeah, it's a day that you sign up, but it's a day that you really draw a line in the sand and say, I'm going all in. What took you from when you got to know me in 2 years, how did you become that millionaire? What would be some tips? Was it a system that what would you encourage people that are maybe in their 20s, maybe they getting out of college, or maybe somebody has a son or daughter or a niece or nephew or grandkid or somebody they want to show that's at that age, and or any age really, because anybody can level up their life at any given time. You can level up your life starting today and make the rest of your life the best of your life. But what is it? What tip would you give them? Is there a tip that you would encourage them to start a system of some kind or something, have some kind of game plan? What would you give somebody like that? What would you say?
When it comes to people, it's nothing you can do. And this is probably one of the most frustrating things about this business. You want to help everyone in your group become successful. You want to help all the people you personally enroll, and you somewhat feel responsible for them having success. But there's nothing you can do. There is nothing you can say. That person have to come to the point in their own lives when they have a why that's going to make them cry. I know it's a cliche and people say that all the time, but my moment was in Salt Lake City, Utah. I was at a company event, my first event that I went to for Noni. There was about 2,000 people there. Matter of fact, I didn't qualify to go. My sponsor just said, come as my guest. I stayed in his hotel room. I walked over to the convention and I see these people on stage, and this one old guy came up to me, and he was in one of them little scooter things. And he came up to me, come here, young man. I said, yeah, come here, show you something. He pulls out this old rusty wallet. When he opened it up, it kind of sound, you can hear, you ever hear old leather open up? Is that always cracking open? The wallet is cracking open. He's opening it. He said, hey, look at this, boy. I said, what's that? He said, open it up. So I opened it up. He said, yeah, that's for this month. I'm like, that's this for this month? Yeah. Get that other one right there. Like, open that one up. Yeah. That's for last month. That's for last month? Yeah. My mind thinking is he got enough in the bank that he walking around with 2 checks in his wallet that has not been deposited yet. I left and I went to the hotel room that night and I got real with myself. And that's what everyone on your team have to do is not, and we feel responsible in this industry. We feel, okay, we got to say the right thing. Oh, we got to help them. We got to coach them. Oh, we got to babysit them till they, the Eagles, they just bring you on out there. They just drop you and let you go. And as a baby eagle, you got to figure out how to fly on your own before you hit the ground.
Actually, mama throws them out of the nest.
Yeah. And I looked in the mirror. I just had to be real with myself. I'm like, look, you're not getting no younger. As a kid, you had all these dreams. You want to have a nice car. You want to have a home. You want to be able to have a family one day and take care of it. And I had to look and say, this vehicle can do it. Now, what are you going to do about it, Andre? I had to ask myself, what are you going to do about it? It works. And it works for different people, different background. The only thing is stopping you, Andre, is you. So are you going to make excuses, Andre, or are you going to go out here and get it done? I had to have a gut check, and the only person can do that for you is you. We live in a society today, they want your therapist to do that for you, or, your coach or your mentor, or, I got this coach, I got this mentor, I got to speak with my therapist or my counselor. No, none of those people can make you move. You know that. Your mom been trying to get you to clean your room up for years. You still never cleaned it up. She even said she was going to whoop you with the belt. It still didn't work. The only time you did it was when you decided to do it. And that's what everybody has to do. And don't get yourself frustrated because you feel like, well, maybe I'm not motivating my team enough or teaching them the right things. They have to decide and they have to flip their switch. And then once they do that, then they just plug into you all simple level up system. You have a simple system that works. It helps each and every one of you all on here level your business up, level up your lifestyle, then plug into that. But they have to make that decision. And, you have people on your Zooms for weeks, months, even years that still hasn't made that decision yet. They made a decision to sign up, but they really haven't made that decision and committed to going for their dreams and goals.
That is the mic drop. Andre, that is the mic drop. That's real. We're kind of like we're just kind of, this is the living room. And yeah. We're like kind of real. And they don't call me Mama Eava for nothing, So, Aunt and I love real. And so does this team. I mean, it's up to them. And I think I'll be real honest here, going to be very transparent. My issue has always been that I have a tendency to do it for others instead of allowing them to do it for themselves.
Yeah, that's a mother, that's mothers. That's something natural in your nature, is you want to help everybody. But I can tell people from experience, the best way, if you want to know the best way you can help, do anybody on here want to know the absolute 1000% guaranteed way to help your team grow?
Yep. Look at all those hands go up.
I don't believe everybody. Put it in the chat. I want to know the secret to help my team grow. Drop it in the chat. Let me see the chat numbers start to pop up.
Put it in.
What's the secret? What's the secret? Let me see if the numbers are jumping. On Facebook, if you're watching this, what's the secret? Drop it in the chat. You want to know. Okay. All right, I see it growing. Okay, I see some more going up. Okay, if we get to about 30, and we are almost there. Okay, so here it is. The number one way to get your team to grow, leave them behind and you grow.
Wow. Say that again.
Leave them behind and you grow. When I started focusing on building my business, personally enrolling, growing my checks, and I stopped looking back to, hey, come on, Tom. Hey, man, me and you, we've been boys for the last 8 years. We can make some money with this thing, man. Come on, let's build and grow. And I stopped looking back to tell them to come on and grow with me.
You best behave.
And I just kept focusing on building and growing. That's when my organization started to explode and my team started to grow. And I had people that would come on stage. I was like, yeah, man, I wasn't letting Andre leave me behind. They would literally say that in their recognition speech. We're recognizing them as being a new position, ranking up, leveling up their lives. And they say, yeah, this, and yeah, my team and this, and yeah, I wasn't letting Andre leave me behind, because they knew that my mentality was there. I'm charging, I'm going in, I'm getting it done. And I'm not looking back to see who's coming with me. I'm the leader. I'm the first man on the battlefield, shooting the first shot, charging into the enemy's line. And I'm not looking back to see who's with me, because I'm all in. And when they see that you're all in, it's over. You don't have to say a thing to them. When they see your name is always on the leaderboard every week, when they see people getting recognized for ranking up and leveling up their business, and they see your name is constantly there, you never have to have that motivate. Hey, are you going to be able to make it on the Zoom tonight? Hey, we've got the corporate overview coming up and we're going to have our special guest. You want to make sure you have all, you never have to going to make none of those calls ever again.
Wow.
They will beat you to the meeting. They won't meet you at the meeting. They will beat you there.
Wow. Light the fire. That is how it's done. I don't know. Did anybody take notes? I got lots and lots of notes, Andre. Lots of notes. I am
my elbows broke, but guess what? I got them in this phone here. So I couldn't write with the right hand fast enough. So I knew one thing I could do. I could type it on in that notes. And that is wow. Like I'm just wow, Andre, you have to come back to our living room. You have to come back.
Hey, appreciate the invite. And I love this. I can do this all day long, breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
It works for us.
But thank you so much, Andre, today for this right here. This is absolutely amazing. Andre, we know that you are a coach, and that means you probably got some maybe a website or something people can go to, or something they can come and grab some tips from you or something. How can they find that information? Like, is there a certain spot you got that?
I would say get with you guys, okay. Either one of you all, because I like to respect the line of sponsorship in every company. And I always want them to go through their leadership that they're working with. I think I sent over to Eava
I have it here.
Boot camp. And for that, anyone that's gold or ultimate, they'll get free access to that. And we'll plug them into our leadership call that we do once a week, and they'll get free access to that. Actually, the online course that I sell to other network marketing companies valued at about $7,000. But if you're gold or ultimate and they're working with you all, you can check your downline, if they're gold or ultimate, and then Eava can give them access to that. And once they do, Eava will let me know and we'll get them plugged in. But I like to respect the line of sponsorship and make sure, because, we keep integrity in our business.
Okay, so this is the deal. Ultimate gold.
Mm-hmm.
It's your responsibility.
And anybody who's brand new, do you know what you got to do just to get ultimate and gold in our amazing company? You go out there and within the next 60 days, just sign up 4 people. Find 4 people that want to do this with you. I know you. It may be some brand new guests on here that may watching this live or recording. You go out there, even if you're not gold or ultimate, go find 4 people, 4 brand partners that get themselves a level up pack and do this with you. You are golden ultimate.
Now
Hey.
I know Mama knows you've got 4 people. And so you can do it. We believe in you. You get your ultimate gold. If you don't know how to do it, get to the person who signed you. And if you guys need help, Aunt and I are here. Everybody know we're here for you. Do it. Get there and get this $7,000 training.
For doing something that's building your business.
Like, I mean, that's a no-brainer.
If there was a criteria on this isn't a job, this is a business, but if it was a job criteria to just say, hey, go find 4 people that want to come work here with you. Go find 4 people that want to build a legacy with you. That's all you got to do. Find 4 people that's ready to level up their life with you, and you can be a part of something great and learn from one of the best, like I mentioned earlier, one of the legends in our industry. For just doing something, and it's a part of our company. Like, you don't get that anywhere else.
So get this. I want you to get this. Okay, everybody look at me. Mama's saying, look. Andre just said, I'm going to hand you $7,000. Now, if you don't know 4 people, if I walk up to you today and start counting out $7,000, I bet you'll grab somebody. If you don't know them, you'll get to know them, right?
You find 4 people that want to do this with you, that want to level up, and then you help them join the course with you. Don't come by yourself. Don't come by yourself. You help them do the same thing. That's what life is all about, you guys. Well, we in the living room, superstars of business, every Tuesday night. Y'all be sure to come back next week. We'll have another special guest. We have had 2 back-to-back amazing weeks with 2 amazing leaders from the Noni Miranda and that side. And it's been absolutely amazing. And I encourage you, don't come by yourself next time. Why hold in good stuff? Why hold in good information? Find your guest, come back next Tuesday, meet us in the living room. And Andre, again, thank you so much. Thank you so much, my brother. I can't wait to meet you and get to shake your hand in person.
Okay,
hey, it's a pleasure, Anthony. It's pleasant, Eava. Look forward to working with you all.
This is the deal. I'm going to put a challenge out there. Each one of you who brings 4 people to the call next week, 4 new people to the Zoom next week, we're going to have a free drawing for you. 4 people, that's all you got to do is bring them to the call. That's your homework.
That's it. And you get thrown in the pool. We're giving away something free next week. Y'all be sure to tune on in.
And we don't care whose line you're in. All right. Thank you so much, Andre. Thank you.
You are welcome.
And Eava, I'm getting in on that.
I saw him put a couple of names in the chat. So once they enroll at that link, just message me their name and email that they enrolled with, and then we'll add them to the course, and I'll send you the flyer over for the leadership event, which I think I already did too.
Yeah, I have it right here.
Okay, perfect. So if anything you guys need help with, just message me, and you have my direct number now. Just give me a call. Let me know.
Oh, yes, I do.
All right, take care. God bless. It was phenomenal meeting you, and you all are working with some awesome leaders here with Anthony and Eava, and the leadership team that you have with Mr. Palmer. Is you guys are in the right place at the right time, and I look forward to working with you. And I've always built this business as one big family, so I'm glad I'm meeting some more cousins.
Hey, we're glad to have you as our family. We are so glad to have you a part of our family. That's for sure. Welcome. All right, you guys. Take care. I'm gonna mute the line so y'all can tell Andre thank you.
Give him some love. Give him some sugar.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Andre. That was
awesome, Andre.
Thank you
so much. Looking forward to the course.
Love how
Andre, that was
awesome
awesome.
job.
Pastor, I enjoyed it.